Shalom. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. That belongs to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you hopeful like Akim, pushing out this word in sincerity and in truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And sincere shalom to you, Akim and Aqua, for listening and learning and preparing yourselves here in these last days. To the entire household of faith, I want to say shalom. This is Brother Quar from the DC camp. Come back at you with another lesson. And I'm going to title this one, The Furnace of Affliction. Okay? And in this thing of ours, through the straight gate, the Lord will put you through many different tests, you know? And it's a purpose to that. It's not just for no reason. Okay? Because just like when gold and silver is refined, the impurities is coming out of it so that it can become useful. You know? So let me start with Isaiah 48:10. It says, "Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction." All right. So the Most High is going to use the furnace of affliction to try your faith, by adversity, man. Let me see. I want to get this word refined because that's the purpose of it. But you're going to go through different adversities in this thing. And it's all refining you. That word refine is sarap, a tazarap. Tazarap. And it says to smelt, refine, test. To smelt, refine, to test and to prove. Smelt, to refiner, goldsmith. All right, so to test or to prove you. So he says, "I have refined thee," and let me actually look up a Bible comparison. Okay, they still all using that word, but it's still good. CSB, it says, "Look, I have refined you, but not as silver. I have tested you in the furnace of affliction." So ultimately, it's a test, to refine, to prove us. Let me see. In that definition of the word refine, it says to purify or improve, remove impurities or unwanted elements from a substance. All right. And that's through an industrial process where the Lord uses, he got a spiritual process that he puts us through. Okay. This is Sirach 2 and verse, let me see where I want to start at. This is Sirach 2 and verse 4. It says, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." All right, so acceptable men is going to be refined, all right, or tried in the furnace of adversity. So we got the furnace of affliction, and we got the furnace of adversity, and that's how the Lord he tests us, man. The furnace of adversity, in difficult times that we going to face is a place where our faith in the Most High is going to be sorely tested, man. And this is why the hour of temptation has to come upon the whole world, but it's to see who is who, right? Like dross in any metal is going to be discovered or in expunged or purged, better word, by fire, man. And in evil, whatever is impure in your heart is only going to be dealt with by the Lord. And he got to put you through these certain things. And you, a lot of times, you don't even know the different things in your heart, man. Where is that at? Let me see. Well, this is Proverbs 17 and verse 13. No, Proverbs 17 verse 3. It says, the finding pot is for fire. Salah, the finding pot is for silver and the furnace for gold, but Yahweh trieth our hearts. So just like the furnace tries silver and gold, the Lord trieth our hearts in those same ways, man. Cause it's to make us know what's in us, man. What draws what impure metals, not just for us, just so that all may see. Because we all gonna see who is who during the temptations, man. Until then, people can talk the talk. I mentioned in my previous video how you can't hide anything from the Lord, man. And this is how he do it. You see? And only the Lord could do that. Jeremiah 17 verse 10, it says, I, Yahweh, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. Yeah. So he's going to put you in that situation to see what you're going to do. And you're going to get rewarded for such. The ones that's faithful, that don't distrust the Lord, he's going to reveal himself to you. He's going to protect you, man. But you got to go through this first. And at the end of it, you're going to glorify in the Lord's name. This is Isaiah 24 verse 15. It says, wherefore glorify ye Yahweh in the fires, even the name of Yahweh, power of Israel, in the isles of the sea. All right. So we're gonna glorify him in these afflictions, man. So even when we going through different things, we glorify the Lord. Right? Matter of fact, this just made me think. Right. This is James 1 verse 2. It says, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. So this fire that we going through is making us perfect, man. So we going to joy in that. You want to be happy that you're being made perfect. All right. And it said diverse temptations, meaning you're going to go through many different kinds of trials, man. The Lord going to put you through many different kinds of trials. Right. See, the Lord, he'll use the furnace, the furnace of infirmity to build your reliance upon him and his grace, man. What was it, Paul? Let me get that in 2 Corinthians. Salakia. Only when I'm doing the videos is when I start yawning, 2 Corinthians 12 and 9. Okay. This is 2 Corinthians 12 verse 5. It says, of such an one will I glory, yet of myself I will not glory, but in mine infirmities. See, Paul, he said he going in glory in his infirmities. So that's another test. You got brothers that's sick. That's a test that they going through, but that's refining them, and they continuing. And at the end of it, you're going to receive mercy. I'll get that. This is verse 6, though. It says, for though I would desire to glory, I shall not be a fool, for I will say the truth. But now I forbear, lest any man should think of me above that which he seeth me to be, or that he heareth of me. Unless I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest lest I should be exalted above measure. He said, for this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in mine infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me. And that's the end game. Different infirmities, we glory in it so that the power of the Lord, the power of Hamashiach Yahushua can rest upon us, man. So it's a purpose to these afflictions, all right, to these tests, these trials. The Lord also put you in the furnace of temptation to see how obedient you're going to be, man. You know? He did the same thing to our forefather. And I'll get it real quick. Touch on it. This is Genesis 22 and verse 1. It says, and it came to pass after these things that the Most High did tempt. See, that's another temptation, trial. Let me look up that word, what they got for it. The word is nasa. Nasa. It says to test, try, prove, tempt, assay, put to the proof or test, right? The Lord's trying to certify us, man. That's why we're here in Babylon. That's a test in itself. Scriptures say that when you read Baruch. He say we're putting Babylon to certify you. All right. We around all these different religions. We around you know, we're in our enemy's land where they allow anything goes. You see? You keeping yourself from that as a test. It says, let me read it again. Genesis 22, verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that the Most High did tempt Abraham and said unto Abraham, and he said, unto him, Abraham, and he said, behold, here I am. And he said, take now thy son, thine only son, Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him therefore a burnt offering upon one of the mountains, which I will tell thee. Right? That's a test, man. Because here it is, in his old age, he finally received the son that the Lord said his promise was going to go through. And then he said, sacrifice him. But our forefather Abraham, with faith, he did it. You know? This is Hebrews 11 in verse. Well, you know, this whole chapter is good, but I want to get straight to the point. This is Hebrews 11 verse 17. It says, by faith Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called. So you see how much faith our forefather Abraham had? That's what we need to have, man. You know, just the Lord just wants to see how, he testing your obedience, man. How much faith do you have in him? The Lord will even give you prosperity. I'm just using the furnace analogy. You know, the furnace of prosperity to test your humility, man, and your priorities, right? This is Deuteronomy 32, and I believe wrong chapter. This is Deuteronomy 32, in verse 15. It says, but Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxen fat, thou art grown thick, thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook the Most High, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. You know, that's what our people do. When the Lord set them up, when they struggling, they cry to the Lord. But when the Lord set them up, that's when they forget him. So that's why both sides needed to be seen, man. You know, what you gonna do when you abounding, or what you gonna do when you abased? Your faith should be the same. This is Proverbs 27, verse 21. It says, as the fining pot for silver and the furnace for gold, so is a man to his praise. Meaning, you gonna get tested. You gonna get put in. You can certain people will get put in a position of praise to measure your humility, man. That's another test. Let me see what they got in the Bible comparisons. The refining pot is for silver and the furnace for gold, and a man, this is the NKJV, and a man is valued by what others say of him. The NIV, it says the crucible for silver and the furnace for gold, but people are tested by their praise. You see that? Because you could get big-headed, man. So that's just a couple of examples of many diverse temptations that the Lord will bring upon you, man. So afflictions and temptations, although they may be painful, at the end of the day, they for the Lord's glory and our profit, man, and perfection. And if you respond to it the right way, man. And the Lord also gave us the scriptures. We got illustrations from others to help us respond correctly to these different tests that we go through. And not only that, we got our apostles in the flesh, man, our elders in the flesh. But this is Romans 15, verse 4. It says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." See? We all know about the trial, the temptations, the patience of Job. This is James 5, verse 11. "Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and tender of tender mercy." So when you actually make it through these temptations, these trials, the Lord is merciful. You see that? But you gotta have faith in him. It was something that I wanted. Hold up, man. Dang it. It just like kind of escaped me. But it was showing the Lord is merciful, man. All right, let me get Psalm 66. Yeah, that's what it was. I believe it was. All right, this is Psalm 66 and I'll start at 8. It says, "Oh, bless our power, ye people, and make the voice of his praise to be heard, which holdeth our soul in life, and suffereth not our feet to be moved. For thou, O power, hast proved us. Thou tried us as silver is tried." And that's what our nation has been going through, man. "Thou broughtest us into the net. Thou laidest affliction upon our loins." Yeah, we've been in this jail, this trap. We're for a prey. The Lord brought that upon us, though. It says, "Thou hast caused men to ride over our heads. We went through fire and through water, but thou broughtest us out into a wealthy place." Because, hey, how you gonna receive all the good if you're not gonna go through the roughness to get to that place, man? They say that I believe it's second address, man. It says, "I will go." See, that's the goal, that wealthy place. "I will go into the house with burnt offerings. I will pay thee my vows, which my lips have uttered, and my mouth have spoken. And when I was in trouble, I will offer unto thee burnt sacrifices of fatlings, and with the incense of rams I will offer bullocks with goats. Salah. Come and hear, all ye that fear the Most High, and I will declare what he hath done for my soul. I cried unto him with my mouth, and he was extolled with my tongue." So we're going to glory in it, man. Job say. This is Job 5, verse 11. This is what the Lord, he does, man. I'm going to start at 8. Job 5 verse 8. I would seek unto the Most High, and unto the Most High would I commit my cause, which doeth great things and unsearchable marvelous things without number, who giveth rain upon the earth and sendeth waters upon the fields, to set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety. All right. So that's the end game, man. The Lord he's the most skilled refiner. He's not going to lose not 1 ounce of grain of his gold in this furnace, man. So once we trust him, at the end of our trials, we're going to get mercy, man. There's also another one I wanted in Hebrews, the 12th chapter. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it's good to read. I'm going to get right to the point. This is Hebrews 12, verse 10. It says, verse 9. Yeah, I got to read verse 7. It says, Hebrews 12, verse 7, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof we are all partakers, or whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. Now, no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. All right? So you got to go through it, man. We want to go through it because it's going to give us great profit. Like our forefathers said. We want to be cleansed. You know? What is that? Damn. I thought Job said it, but I can't find it right now. Salakia. Yeah, but ultimately, man, you know, we do what we need to do. And we're going to be fit for the master's use, man. This is Proverbs 25, verse 4. It says, take away the dross from the silver, and there shall come forth a vessel for the finer. Which, the finer is the refiner. Matter of fact, let me go to a Bible comparison. All right, the CSB, it says, remove impurities from silver, and material will be produced for a silversmith. Right? So the Lord has to remove all that dross and stuff from us so that we can be fit for his use. Right? This is Wisdom of Solomon 3 and verse 5. It says, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace have he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. All right. So he said worthy for himself. So it's a purpose to all the different things that we going through, man. This is a part of the baptism that John spoke about, that Yahushua was going to put us through. This is Luke 3 and 16. John answered, saying unto them all, I indeed baptize you with water, but one mightier than I cometh, the latchet of whose shoes I am not worthy to unloosen. He shall baptize you with the Holy Spirit and with fire. So we're going to be constantly submerged, you know, with these different temptations, man. But it all has its purpose. All right. I think that's what I want. Real quick, let me get this. You know, this is Zechariah 13, verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. You know, and them trials have us calling on the name. So any of these dudes saying you don't know the name until the Lord get here, that don't sound accurate. You know, that don't line up with what we just read. All right. But yeah, that's the third part. That's the elect, the 1/3. We all gotta go through the fire. Just the 2/3, they're gonna be stubble. All right, they didn't have the purities in them. You know. Yeah, like I said, I think that's pretty much all I really wanted on this lesson. But ultimately, man, how can gold be found without fire, man? How can it be purified without the heat? You know, only by the Lord's fiery furnace. You know, this furnace of affliction. Can we be purged of our secret sins? You know, the different things that may be in you that needs to be gone, like the fear of what man can do to you. You know, the attraction of the world, pride. You know, self righteousness. This all dross, man. Only the furnace. Only by that furnace is the faith, love, is going hope purified, man, and made better. The process is painful, but the results is glorious, man. We want that glory, you know. So we gotta submit to that fire, man. This is the baptism, you know. We don't consider these things strange, man. Oh, I ain't get that one. Aims 4, 8. No, it's not what I wanted. Okay. This is 2 Corinthians 7, verse 1. It says, having therefore these promises, dearly beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and spirit, perfecting holiness in the fear of the Most High. And that's what we ought to be doing, man. You know, so this stuff is good for us, man. And we got to cleanse ourselves from anything else. You know? But yeah. Hey, Lord willing, that was an edifying lesson. Until the next one, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Kakadash. I want to say shalom.